Hello everybody, this is Pizzscn here. Today I figure I will go ahead and show you guys what camera I actually use for my videos in case y'all are at all interested. Now the camera I used before I got this camera was the Nikon Coolpix L16, but that one broke on me over Christmas break, which kind of sucked because, I mean, you know, Christmas is kind of the time you want a camera. Although trust me, you really do not want to know what last Christmas was like. It was pretty much a nightmare. Yes, I mean, anyway. But I think like 2 or 3 days after Christmas, I once the catastrophes that had occurred had sort of cleared up, I was able to actually go to the store and purchase me the Canon Powershot a1100 IS. I'm not sure if they're still making this camera, but if they are, you probably want to take a look at it. It's an okay camera. Have to say I kind of missed having a Nikon camera. I'm not the biggest fan of Canon's operating system choice that they use or that they made. But here's a quick look around the box. As you can see, it just shows that some codes and such, all the features that it has. I'm sorry, this iPod Touch camera does not have autofocus, so I'm going to have to kind of read it off camera. 12.1 megapixels, 4.1 optical zoom, Digic 4, that is their processor. 2.5 inch LCD, which is a downgrade from my other camera, had a 3.5 inch diagonal display. No, it was a 2.8 inch. 3.5 inch would be crazy. That'd actually be about as big as the iPod Touch's screen that I'm using to record this video. Optical image stabilization. Where's that at? There it is. Optical image stabilizer. That is the real thing. It has a built-in image stabilizer. Nowadays, it's not really too big of a deal. Not really something to get too excited about, but kind of, I mean, it's going to sound like this is an old camera, but back then, when this was, I think this is just now starting to become a standard. That was the seller point for me. Was the optical image stabilizer. It works pretty good, but it doesn't work entirely good. I guess since because it was sort of in its early stages of being implemented in point-and-shoot cameras. That is a scene detection technology. I'm not sure how that works, but apparently it has it. Face detection technology, motion detection technology. I've actually don't know how that one is used either. Easy mode, and it records 30 frames per second VGA. I didn't know that we recorded VGA quality. Huh. Interesting. And we got Canon Powershot a1100 IS. Again, I apologize. Oh yeah, it just says right there the LCD screen is simulated. And here it just shows all the recommendations or the requirements and such. Here is the camera itself, if you guys are interested in seeing what that is. This is the front here. We've got quite a few things actually. We've got Canon's logo right here. We've got the actual lens, obviously. It is 12.1 megapixels. Let's see, maybe if yeah, you can kind of make that out, I suppose. 12.1 megapixels. Ooh, sorry. Still getting used to this camera that I'm actually using. That's the lens, as we've already pointed out. That is actually a viewfinder, so Canon's kind of bringing those back, which is good. That's the flash. Has a 4x optical zoom. My other one only had a 3x optical zoom. That is the AF assist beam, although I wish you could turn it on during video recording. That would kind of make sense to me. I don't know why point-and-shoot cameras don't offer this functionality. I mean, you'd think it'd just be a simple, option. Just turn on AF beam while recording, you know what I mean? That would just seem to make it make sense. You could just turn it on by like pushing a button on the camera or something. That is the microphone. Now, something you probably noticed in my other videos. Noises that, loud noises like a snap of the fingers or something like that will kind of cancel out all the other voices for like a second. I'm sure you probably remember that from my other videos. Up here at the top says Canon Powershot, or it says Powershot a1100 IS, tells you what it is. Image stabilizer, AIAF, so auto, I actually don't know what that I stands for, and I think the AF stands for autofocus, which is odd because I don't think it has that. Maybe I'm wrong. Has on-off button, so you can turn it on and turn it off. Your wheel of modes. You've got your program mode, your auto mode, your easy mode, I think that's portrait mode, landscape mode, night scene mode, or night portrait mode, excuse me. Oh, kids and pets. Yeah, it's a little picture of a boy. I'm sorry you can't make it out. Again, the iPod Touch camera doesn't have autofocus like the iPhone 4 does. That is like parties or indoors and parties and such. This is your scene mode. It just has a bunch of other scene modes that you can choose from that they were unable to fit onto the wheel. And this is the movie mode, which is generally where it stays. I'm not much of a photographer, but I am a bit of a videographer. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm just more of a vlogger. I just do a bunch of video reviews and video tutorials and such. And here we have the shutter release button and a fake sort of zoom thing. It doesn't really have controllable speeds when it comes to zooming. You can only zoom in and zoom out at the same speed. It actually, you can kind of feel it snap when you're doing it. It's not really like, slow zoom in or slow zoom out. Even when digital zoom, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Before we look at that side, let's take a look at this side. This is a 6-minute long video. Don't worry, it's not going to be too long. Much longer. This is a feature that I would like to show you, but if it'll let me open it. Sorry, just have to set you guys down there. There we are. Need two hands to kind of get into that. This camera has a great feature. It uses, if I can hold it open properly, standard mini USB. That is a mini USB port. And next to that is, if you want to plug it into the wall. I don't know if you can recharge rechargeable batteries straight from the camera, but I guess in theory, well, you don't, I guess, with that thing right there, you don't really need to have batteries in it. Like, if the battery dies, just plug it into the wall. But I do think you should take the batteries out. But like, as I was saying, I am so glad to see that this has the standard mini USB, because I didn't have, now I don't have to use the included one. And honestly, I'm not too big a fan of the included one. It's kind of it's like a white cable. And I know that's what Apple uses with their iPods, but honestly, a white mini USB cable. Come on, seriously, that's like back in the day, I would think, at least. Until Apple makes white mini USB cables, yeah, you know what. Okay, never mind. Here you have your tripod port here, 2 screws. This is where you put the batteries in. Takes 2 AA's, got some rechargeables in there. And next to that is the memory card slot right here. This is where you put your memory card. So you can pull out your memory card. I have a 4GB SDHC SD card in there. As you can see, SDHC. It stands for high capacity, secure digital high capacity, in case you were wondering that. And let's go and close the latch, or the lid. We'll switch it on. Well, for us, we'll turn it on and then take a look at the back. There it is. Okay. Now, boom, come back. There we are. Maybe a little more. Come on, come back. Alright, maybe you should turn it off, because it doesn't. There we go, that's better. Yes, that is your speaker right there. The speaker isn't very loud. I'm not too big a fan of the speaker. Playback button, your sort of a print button, face detection button. You've got your controls here. The paint does rub off a little bit if you can't tell. Yeah, you see the function set button has a bit of paint rubbing off of it. Sorry, super blurry. I do wish it said autofocus. Kind of was expecting it to. That is display. It's got the S kind of rubbing off there. That's the menu button right there. When you turn it on, this is kind of what you get in movie mode. Yep. I have it set to the lowest quality setting just because it's quicker to upload and I can fit more on the memory card. So, yeah, that's just a quick sort of overview of my camera. If you have any other questions about it, please let me know down below in a comment below. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because my iPod Touch is starting to get a little bit warm. So, thanks for watching. Adios.